KP's Kingdom, cooking with KP, and today I'm making you the favourite Italian dessert, tiramisu. Oh, I love this. Alright, let's get on with it. We need 1 packet of Saviati biscuits, which are an Italian sponge finger, and I'm doing a quick dry run to make sure I know which way they're going to sit into my serving dish. 600ml of cream, straight into our mixing bowl. Now you don't have to use a bench mixer like I'm using. Half a cup of caster sugar or very fine sugar, not powdered sugar. And I'm just going to give that a quick mix. So, going back to it, you can use a hand mixer to mix this. You don't need this big bench mixer like I'm using. I'm using it because it does do cream quickly. 250ml of mascarpone cream, which is half a cheese, half a cream. It's a very unusual product. I don't use it very often, although I did buy twice as much as I needed. So I need to try and work out something I can do with the rest of it. 75 to 100ml of coffee liqueur, straight into our mixing bowl. I'm going to set this onto a high speed whisk, and what we want to end up with is a consistency just like a whipped cream. So let the thing run. We're getting pretty close there. These biscuits you can find at delicatessens or a European grocery store. They're not that hard to find. They're renowned for being used for this recipe, and as you can see, it is so easy. So there's our cream, all done. The other beauty with this recipe, I don't use any eggs. Yes, normally I use egg yolk. 500ml of very strong coffee. Make your normal coffee, twice as much of the coffee granules that you would normally use, and then add another 2 teaspoons. We want it really strong. So I'm putting that into a takeaway container, which worked out perfect. We've got another half cup of our coffee liqueur straight into our coffee. I'm going to give that a quick stir, and that coffee is going to get the bitterness to go against the sweetness of the biscuit, because they are covered in sugar, and it's just going to be this beautiful balance. We get our biscuit, give it a quick dunk into our coffee mix, which is cold. It is cold. Make sure it's not hot coffee. And we're going to layer them as we did before with our dry run into our serving dish. So we just go through all of that. Very simple, and they will expand as they hit the liquid, so be prepared. You might have to do a little bit of cutting and pasting, a little bit of adjustment here and there, just like I had to do there, to make it all work depending on your serving dish. Alright, we're going to get half of our cream. I'm going to start layering it up on top of our first row of biscuits. And these little sponge fingers, they are so light. They're so nice. And it's a very light dessert. So also be very careful as to how much of your liqueur you put in, because that will affect how it turns out. And if you're making this for a party or something to be shared with others, just be mindful of the alcohol content. You don't want someone getting arrested on the way home. So we're just going to layer all this cream over our first row of biscuits, just like I'm doing there. Make it nice and smooth. You could add a layer of cocoa at this point as well. I don't want any extra calories. My ab is big enough. And then we're going to repeat our layer of biscuits again. And yes, I said ab, not abs. And we're just going to dunk and place. So essentially it's like a dessert lasagna, but wow, does it taste good. And by not using the raw egg, it will last in the fridge for quite a few days. So just keep layering them up, just like I'm doing there. And we're time now is to finish it off. Once again, move the coffee out of the way. I'm going to grab our mascarpone and cream mix and just spread it over the top. Now normally you would use masala in this recipe and you would just put it in the cream, but I like the way the coffee and liqueur soaks into the biscuit, softens it up a little bit. Alright, spread it all out nice. This is going into the fridge for 2 to 3 hours. Before I do that, I'm just going to clean up the edges where I've made a little bit of a mess with a bit of paper towel. If presentation is a key, do that. Make it look pretty. You can finish this off with a bit of shaved chocolate. I'm not a big fan of sweet things, but there we go. 3 hours later, I've taken it out and I'm cutting the first piece for my mother-in-law who lent me the serving dish. So I'm just working out how big a piece I'm going to give her. Don't worry, she got more later in the week. And we just use a cake knife or a spatula just to cut it up and serve it. Now this is so easy to make, I want you to try and make it at home. Alright? If you like this video, hit that like button, it sends me confidence. Also, hit that notifications bell, you'll know when I put up a new video, but more importantly, hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss another one of my videos again. There you have it, KP's Tiramisu. I will catch you next time.